Welcome to Simple Conversation with ASG.
I have a couple questions. So it's in Miami right now, so it's 6 a.m. So hi from Miami. So I was a track and cross country captain. So I was always like a shorter guy. So I never really got faster than a 5:01 mile, and I think like a 17:50 5K. So anyway, fast forward, I'm 40 now. So I did a bunch of stuff. I did the kettlebell sport for a while. I did traditional weightlifting. Getting back into running was a lot harder than I thought. So I'm doing, especially combining it with strength training, especially like I'm 200 pounds. I can do 23 pull-ups on rings. I can do 25 dips, but so I'm pretty strong for proportionally an upper body, but I was shocked by how hard it was to get back into it. I had to do the knees over toe stuff for a while. I just went for like a 7 mile run. And I was like, this is really hard. So I'm doing like a 3, 4 day a week split where I'll do like sprints on grass one day. I'll do like an easy run, like 60 minutes. I'll do another like easy run, like 30, 40 minutes, and then like probably 2, 3 minutes of like borderline threshold work. And I'm just trying to optimize for like 1 mile, just having a fast mile, being a decently fast sprinter, and then just the normal. Also, I'm going for doing 100 squats with 100% of my body weight in a row. So those are kind of my. It's a lot of it's the guru anaerobic sort of training, but I was wondering if you had any sort of generalist advice, because it's not like I want to go out and race a 5K or something, but I never want to lose. It's much harder to get back than strength. So I definitely want to put that focus on for the rest of my life, pretty much.
Yeah, no, I think obviously you know a lot about fitness. Can tell from your picture you're a fit dude.
Yeah, I just
And
checked.
obviously you have a good, just really good knowledge base from everything you said. What I would say the thing that is underrated is getting in the easy volume, I call it, by just kind of modifying your lifestyle in terms of, for example, if you're biking a lot, right? If you're hiking around, all of that's contributing towards building your aerobic base, right? Which is gonna, make you faster and make you fitter. So trying to kind of think about
We
um,
we
not
average
not
about
just
15,000 steps a day, but it's like
yeah.
Miami, so there's no like uphill, and we walk pretty slow. So I don't think it does. Because I was thinking, like, I remember when I was first getting into it, because I tried to do it over the summer, and then I was like, why do my knees hurt? And then I did all the knees over toe stuff, and I got like my knees stronger. But I was like surprised how little I felt like the walking helped. But maybe I just need to walk faster or have like a pack or something. Just put weights in a backpack or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you can get a trainer in your house, and then just anytime you have some sort of sedentary activity where you're just watching a show or taking a call or something, is just pedal away on the bike. It's just kind of you get that easy volume, where you can kind of fit it in. That's what I try to do.
There's a
Oh, okay.
thing. Have you seen the stationary treadmill device
Oh
that
yeah,
seems to be
yeah.
now? Apparently, for people who are trying to get kind of fit and get into running, as you said, apparently that is amazing for it. There's a guy that I'm friends with who's an athlete in Ireland, and he couldn't speak higher of this. Like when he's doing his normal job, he just walks on it because he's got one of those standing desks. He says it's amazing for it.
Yeah, no, I think all the steps add up. So again, I think the more fit that someone is, the less those steps are going to have, for example, an impact on their 5K, or their mile time. But it's just good for general health, and it's good mindset to have, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your 5K time now? Just if you don't mind me asking, because you mentioned what it was at the
Um,
start, and I still can't quite believe it.
I don't really know. So I think I did like a mile loop, like in the Brickell Key. So I did like whatever the markers were for about a mile. I think I ran like a 6:22 pretty easily, which is pretty good for like a big guy, I guess.
Yeah, if someone is out of
Um,
training, that's really good.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I never, as long as I can get it under 6 minutes and keep it there, I'm pretty happy. Like, I'm not trying to win any races.
Yeah, it's very clear as you've been talking that you have more than enough knowledge on these topics. So I think kind of it is just, as you mentioned, just kind of setting a plan and doing it consistently. I've no doubt because, as we said, we've seen your profile picture and you clearly know what you're doing.
I feel like it's just like finding a rhythm because like with weights, I found like what works for me as a 40-year-old is you start with like the rings and the body weight stuff because that's the hardest
Yeah.
from a CNS standpoint. And also it's I get fat pretty easy, but it's hard to get fat if you can do 20 pull-ups. So it's kind of I always feel like you optimize around your training subconsciously. So you're almost like programming your body what to eat by just like what you're like if you're just powerlifting, you're always going to get fat because your body's like, I want to get better at this.
Yeah, you
Uh,
need to kind of.
and then I switched to machines because machines you can basically wear your muscles out and do partial reps, and there's no injury risk. And then I'll do like accessory stuff and finishers with like dumbbells because you can do full range of motion. They can help you like stretch and stuff too. I guess I'm sort of looking for that unified field theory with running. I'm getting close. Like I have like the big comfy I went to the running store and I was like, okay, look at my form. So I have a pretty sort of textbook neutral stride. So they gave me like super cushioned Asics that I can use for like longer runs. And then I have like the ons for like sprinting, like just the really the whatever the lightest ons are. So I'm just trying to figure out the right balance of how do you ease into training. And then the Epsom salt baths and like the little Theragun for recovery seem to be working the best. I actually don't like massages. But I don't know if you guys have any insight on that. Like a lot of times when I get a massage, I just like feel worse, and it doesn't seem to make my training better.
I think the only thing I would say is that it's tough if you're going to do a lot of running and a lot of lifting because it's like where's the rest and recovery time, right? It's kind of like if you want to. This is how I look at running and lifting is that you can do pretty well at both, but if you really want to put on the most muscle or get kind of the fastest, right, you have to prioritize one or the other. So I think that's kind of how I look at training.
Yeah, it's so true. It's really hard. Like the way I think about it is one pull day a week, one push day a week, one leg day a week, one sprint day, one interval day, and then well, an easy day or something with running, and then a bunch of steps. Like that's, and then you
Yeah.
just kind of the other thing that you can do is you can take a full day off and then just do like a pull day. Like you can do a sprint workout and then wait a few hours and then do like a pull workout in the gym. That seems to be fine, but who knows? Like maybe it's easier to do. I've been pretty intuitive with it. So basically, it's like you have your to-do list and you have your week, and you're like just knock it out by feel. That's been working, but I don't know if that's gonna if it's gonna. Also, it makes it easier when you the cool thing about running that I don't know if you guys touched on this earlier is it makes it really easy to travel because you only have to like buy the gym pass like
Yeah.
one or two times during your trip. So as long as you have your shoes, you can get and also if you bring the gymnastics rings, you can get like pretty much almost everything you need. The only thing you're missing is like the weighted squats and like weighted stretching and some accessory movements. But you can get like 80-90% wherever you go, which is pretty cool.
You mentioned running shoes, and I cannot believe I forgot to write this down for David. I need a new pair of running shoes. Mine have effectively exploded, but with the prices of them now, I am not willing to do this trial and error thing with them because it's going to end up costing me the price of a small house. What is there a certain brand that sticks out above the rest, or is there something kind of look for in these running shoes?
No, to be honest, I think we're in like a golden age of running shoes where there are so many good brands and models that, whether it's like Hoka, Brooks, Nike, Saucony, whatever, just I would say the best thing to do is just you go to a specialty running store and everyone there, all the staff are going to be runners. And then just they watch you run, they do some, it's like a gait analysis, and then they'll just present you with a few options and then just go with the one that's most comfortable. That's the advice I give everyone.
Do you like rail against the minimalist? Because I don't know any really good athlete that is like I got to like a 420 mile on minimalist running shoes. I'm like, I don't think that's a
No,
thing.
I think they're a recipe for injury, especially people. It takes a long time to adapt to them. I think that's the problem. Is like you can probably run in them eventually, but it takes a while for your foot or your body to adjust. So I think that's the thing people have to be careful about.
I actually think they're great for walking though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect for
yeah.
walking. Well, yeah, is that everything? Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah. Hey, listen, thank you very much for speaking and asking. I'm still mind blown the fact that this is happening. So yeah, thank you very much. To be honest, I've wrote that down just when you came in because I think I'm actually going to release that as a bonus episode because of just the amount of knowledge you put out and David responded with. I think it was incredible to listen to there.
Yeah, it's hard too when you're a business owner. Like I feel like some people on Twitter have a business and it's kind of a double-edged sword because it's you never want to leave, but at the same time it's there was who's that guy who's always talking about like Bitcoin and stuff like that VC guy Balaji. Yeah, so he was like basically a lot of our goals in modern life is just to recreate the hunter gatherer lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah. I had this conversation last week with Tradition Rebellion talking about, he worded it very differently to how I would word it. He worded it the same as a TikToker fighting a gorilla, but he did kind of go into that. People seem to want this hunter mentality again when it's not exactly very optimal.
Yeah.